This is the 2014 Ram 1500 Sport Edition. First thing you want to notice on this vehicle is just the style that it has on the front grille with the crosshair and the big old ram's head that is typical of this model. The aggressive styling. The grille acts twofold, not only for styling but also for the channeling of air through the vehicle to cool the engine and performance. And you see that this is a projector beam lamp. Just cuts through the darkness real sharply, illuminating the road ahead of you so your path is clear and easily seen. Also, it has fog lamps as well. As we take a look into the interior aspects of this engine, you'll notice that this particular sport model comes standard with the 5.7 liter Hemi V8. The 5.7 liter Hemi V8 has 395 horsepower, 410 foot-pounds of torque. The horsepower is what keeps the vehicle in motion after it's started. The torque itself is a stop-to-start portion of the engine in the mechanics, so it'll get it moving from a stop position. 410 pounds of torque is clearly an advantage over the Ford FX2/FX4, which only has 360 horsepower and 380 pounds of torque. Another advantage to this vehicle is that the 8-cylinder engine is a multi-displacement engine. It has fuel saver technology. What that means is that this vehicle will run on the 4 cylinders versus the full 8 when it's in cruising mode on the highways. You'll notice underneath the hood how clean and neat everything is. You don't see a bunch of loose wires and anything looking like tin foil. Everything is color coded in yellow, so it's really simple to see the fluids. They're translucent containers, so you can check really quickly to notice if they need to be full or not. Also, you see the little blue dots that let you know that this vehicle has been inspected piece by piece to make sure that it's in good operating order. Okay, let's point out some of the safety features on this vehicle. As you look to the side here, you'll notice the crumple zones, the little grooves on the side. It has them on both sides. The crumple zones are designed for impact protection. In case of any kind of front impact, the vehicle will collapse up front like an accordion in stages to prevent the energy of the accident getting transferred to the passenger cabin in extreme conditions, just to really make sure that it is as safe as possible by producing the most of the energy absorption up front in the vehicle as opposed to the passenger cabin. As you notice, the frame crossbar down below has little grooves in it as well. Now that is a subframe that is welded to the frame of the vehicle, which has crumple zones instilled in it as well, and it is on both sides. Okay, the subframe is called a front frame rail tip, and the subframe is designed in case any kind of front impact to absorb any of that impact up front, along with the crumple zones to protect the passengers from any kind of impact. Okay, this vehicle has a 5-star crash test rating. It's a 4-star on the passenger side. Chevy and Ford have a 3-star on the front passenger side. I don't know about you, but I have somebody very important usually sitting next to me in that front passenger seat, so it's very important to have the 4-star rating. It has a 5-star rollover protection as well. Okay. Also, safety feature on this vehicle: the engine is on breakaway engine mounts, and in case of severe impact, the engine mounts will break, and it will collapse and go underneath the vehicle, so it will protect from rearward entry into your passenger cabin and not damage any of the equipment or the lower extremities, protecting you and your lower extremities. As well as it has a collapsible steering column that is engineered in the same format so that it will collapse and not come into the cabin and injure any of the occupants. Okay, this vehicle has a battery cover. We are in sunny Florida, and the most detrimental weather condition towards the life of the battery is heat, and this insulation protects from the heat of the vehicle, the engine, as well as the climate. Sport model, it has the sport hood, which is aggressively styled on this Motor Trend Truck of the Year. The Ram truck was Motor Trend Truck of the Year for 2013 and 2014, the only truck to ever win that award. And as we move towards the passenger side, I want you to notice, first and foremost, the side view mirrors. They are power mirrors. They will retract by power from the interior. You have the turn signal on the bottom so that you can be seen clearly. Over to the front left side fender, you can see the wraparound headlamps, which are projector beams, as I mentioned earlier. And then your standard 20-inch rim, which also you can see through there the large calipers and the anti-lock braking system. The ABS system is coupled with our electronic stability control system, brake assist, trailer sway. All those things go together to make sure that this vehicle will stay on the road during any kind of harsh road conditions or weather conditions. The anti-lock braking system is designed for steering in case of emergency braking situations. If you slam on the brakes won't lock up, and it will allow you to maintain steering control of the vehicle. Control of the vehicle during harsh braking situations is crucial. Now, the electronic stability control system just allows this vehicle to transfer power to the wheels and tires that need it, and allows it also just to stay on track when cornering and turning. Brake assist will allow the brake pressure to maintain in case of an emergency braking situation. As you take a look at the door handle, you notice that we have the easy access key system that will unlock with the keys in your pocket. All you have to do is just touch the handle, or you can lock it with the little button on the handle. Real easy and real efficient. Also very good safety feature in case somebody needs to get in the car very rapidly. The side view mirrors obviously are breakaway. They can move forward and they can move backwards. All right. As we take a look at the interior of the vehicle, just going to point out some of the standard features on this sport model. You see the 7-inch cluster that lights up. That is a feature that is unique to the Ram in its size and clarity. You can program it any which way you want. You can change it to a digital speedometer. You can have the tire pressure monitoring system on there, trip, just a ton of different ways to set it up. And then of course it has the 8.4 Uconnect system with the navigation, power windows and doors on the door side, as well as standard power adjustable pedals that do not come standard on the Ford F150, FX2, FX4. Okay. Some of the other benefits of this vehicle: we have an 8-speed transmission, torque flight transmission, versus the Ford F150 having the 6-speed transmission. The benefit of the torque flight 8-speed transmission is the same as if you're riding a bicycle. If you have 10 speeds versus 8 or 8 speeds versus 6, you have more gears to adjust and allow yourself to work more efficiently under much more difficult riding circumstances. Okay? We also have a standard dual air conditioning zone in our vehicle versus the Ford having the single. Our multi-stage airbags that come in the driver's side, passenger side, our side curtain airbags, and as well as our side airbags that come in the seats are multi-stage versus Ford's dual stage. And what does that benefit? The multi-stage will come out at 3 different speeds depending on the severity of the accident versus Ford's only coming out at the 2. Okay, just the beauty and the absolute craftsmanship of the dashboard. You see the stitching as it goes across on this sport model, absolutely gorgeous. And then the center console with the ram head. As we lift the center console, you can see the storage space underneath, as well as the disc player, your cup holders, your 115 volt outlet, which is triple pronged, versus the competition's, which is a dual prong. So you can actually put a 3-prong outlet into that vehicle. And you have here your SD card as well as your USB on the interior, easy access. And as we step out, we take a look at the power seat on this driver's side. It is a 10-way seat as opposed to the 6-way driver's seat on the Ford F150. In-floor storage unit. class exclusive, that you can raise this seat for us. You can take a look at this, open this up. Notice how there's storage in there that is removable. So you can put ice in this thing, pull it out, empty it, and then place it back for easy access, easy cleaning, easy maintenance. Okay? Notice the wide open door. The door opens almost to a full 90 degrees, easy to get in and out. Another feature of this Ram that is exclusive is the storage rollout. On both sides of this storage rollout, you can set it up as a table, which is perfect for a lot of different things, tailgating, or if you have to move some things, going to Home Depot, changing a baby, and you can roll it right back up. It's nice and simple, and it will hold up to 600 pounds, and then there's some additional storage underneath with a light to see things in the dark when you have to look for storage items. That folds right back down. As we close the door and go towards the rear of the vehicle, I want to talk about the underneath the vehicle, the wheel well, the front wheel well as well as the rear wheel well, you can see are lined. And it's lined as opposed to our Chevy and Ford competitions, and it protects from any kind of debris as well as mud, trash, whatever might fall or bounce up in there. It is protected. Okay? Another feature of this vehicle that the Ford and the Chevy do not have is our triple seal. As you can tell, we have a ceiling that goes all the way around the bottom of the door, all the way up over the top, and then on the inside seal as well, coating the top to the bottom and the base of the doorway. Okay? That triple seal is the reason why this vehicle is so much more quiet than the competition. It might be a little bit tougher to see here, but you see the flap that we have between the bed and the cab also protects against any kind of debris getting back there. And we also have one between the bed and the cab on the backside, which will protect from leaves or debris falling on the drive shaft and burning, which does happen. On our Ram, you can take a look at our standard dual exhaust. Standard, folks. It's not an extra. It is not an option. It is standard. Also, standard on our trucks that the tailgate will lock with the key fob. You press lock and it locks the doors and the tailgate. There has been a rash of tailgate thefts here in Florida, and one of the ways to prevent that is to lock it, obviously, and ours locks with just the touch of the key fob. On top of that, the tailgates run about $800 for trucks, so that's something that you definitely want to make sure you don't have to worry about. Also, what really separates our trucks from other people's trucks is our 5-link multi-coil rear suspension. Ford and Chevy have leaf spring rear suspensions. The reason that we use the the 5-link coil spring suspension is, number one, coil springs are so durable that freight trains use it to transport their goods. So the hundreds of thousands of pounds that are supported by coil springs for freight trains are certainly good enough for a pickup. The Ford and the Chevy have the rear leaf spring, and if you've ever taken a corner very sharply in Ford or the Chevy, you will feel that bed want to hop. You won't feel that in this. You can read any kind of independent report on Motor Trend, Car and Driver, Edmunds. They will clearly tell you that the Ram 1500 car driving feel of any of the pickups. Also, it'll tow up to 10,450 pounds. So you're getting the best of both worlds. See versus the Ford, you see the 4 and the 7-pin wire harness that are above the bumper, and they are really easy to get to, versus the Ford F150s. They are below, which makes it very, very difficult to get to. This particular sport model has the rear backup camera, as you can see above the Ram badge, so that you can back up and hook up really simply. Also, as you take a look at our license plate lights, they are recessed inside the bumper as opposed to being outside, as are on the Fords, which are easily broken by stepping up on that tailgate. Now we're on the passenger side of the rear. Also has the in-floor storage, as you may see. And as you fold up, you see the fold out for the rear passenger side with the access to the cup holder still. Once again, holds up to 600 pounds. Great for tailgates, baby changing, you name it. Passenger side interior. Gives you a really good view of the U-Connect, and as well as the dual air conditioning zone climate control, which is an obvious benefit over the F150, FX2, and FX4 because they only offer the the single zone. Anybody who has a significant other knows the importance of being able to adjust two different climate controls while driving. This vehicle also comes equipped with standard heated seats, which the Ford F150 does not have. Also, this vehicle has the ventilated driver and passenger seats, which you will feel circulating cool air as well. Just wanted to recap the advantages of our 2014 Ram 1500 versus the Ford F150 FX2 FX4 package. We'll start with horsepower. Our 5.7 liter Hemi V8 has 395 horsepower and 410 pounds of torque versus the Ford F150 5.0 liter V8, which has 360 horsepower and 380 pounds of torque. We also have superior highway fuel efficiency enabled to us by our MDS system, which is our fuel saver technology, and also our 8-speed torque flight transmission versus the Ford F150 6-speed transmission. We also have class exclusive rotary shifter, our superior powertrain warranty coverage of 5-year 100,000 versus their 5-year 60,000. Our rear suspension is a 5-link coil spring versus their leaf spring. Our deluxe sound insulation, which seals all of our doors, the triple seal that allows for a much quieter cabin ride. The temperature is regulated by an infrared sensor that is attached to our dual zone air conditioning system in the Ram 1500 versus the Ford F150, which only has this single unit. Another advantage is our 7-inch driver information center versus their 4.2-inch information center. Another large advantage is our 8.4-inch touchscreen U-Connect system with embedded 3G Wi-Fi cellular connectivity, media hub with USB and SD card interfaces. That is standard on the Ram 1500 Sport. The standard stereo for the 2014 Ford F150 FX2 is AM/FM single CD player. We also have our U-Connect with the 6-speaker system versus the Ford F150's 4-speaker system. The satellite radio is a premier service with 1 year included, and for the Ford it is only a 6-month included specialty. And finally, standard with the Ram 1500 Sport Edition are heated front seats, heated steering wheel, power adjustable pedals with memory, and as I said, the dual zone automatic air conditioning system, the power folding heated exterior mirrors, and the rear backup camera. All of those items on the Ford F-150 are either not available or optional. So you see, folks, you're getting far more for your money with the Ram 1500, the 2013-2014 Motor Trend Truck of the Year. Come check us out at Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram off of Bay Meadows Road and 295. Call Mike McCormack, 904-493-0000, extension 2050 for an appointment. He's your Ram man.